Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a monthly makeup basket, but sort of in reverse. So these are all of the products that I actually used in January. I've spoken before of my lack of enthusiasm for doing a monthly makeup basket. I don't know why. I don't like to do them very much. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about the products that I used for the month. They won't necessarily be favorites. I will be doing sort of a random favorites. If I really like a product, I will include it in a favorites video. But for now, this is just sort of little mini reviews on kind of a bunch of makeup products that I've tried throughout the month. I'm not going to be talking about my everyday things like eyeshadow primer, powder, concealer, things like that, unless there's something new that I've used that I hadn't tried before. So I think I'm just going to call this like Makeup Monthly. And it'll be products that I wore for the previous month, and they will post at the beginning of the next month, if that makes sense. So hopefully this is interesting, and I'm more excited about doing this than I am doing a monthly makeup basket. I really just don't like monthly makeup baskets. They just don't work for me. If you just want to see what I wore in January, then just keep watching. So I have a basket of goodies in here, and I'm not going to talk about a lot of these things in great detail because I don't want this video to be incredibly long. We will start with face things, I guess. I don't know why I never start my makeup on my face. That's what I want to start with. So the first thing is the Murad Oil Control Mattifier with SPF 15. This is okay. My problem, again, because I don't like to wear foundation, I can't really test this very accurately with a foundation. I mean, I could, but I haven't. As far as just using this as a moisturizer and having it mattify, no, it doesn't do that. But it does have SPF 15 in it, and I am pretty bad at remembering to use an SPF. So I like it for those reasons. However, this expires at the end of February, so I will not finish it. I'm down to about... I was laying on its side, but I'm about down to this line, so I won't have it finished by the time the SPF expires. But I'm going to wear a lot of it in February just to use as much of it as possible. I think it's okay, but I definitely don't think it works very well for oil control without using a foundation with it, because I just don't care about that. The other face product is from Boots number 7. Or is it just Boots? I guess number 7. This is the Airbrush Away Primer. This came in the Target Beauty Box for January, and this is pretty nice for blurring pores. I don't think it's amazing. It's not my, like, I have to have it in my life and I'm going to suggest it to everyone, but I think this actually worked pretty well to help minimize and blur pores. I have large pores all over my face. If I've had my cheeks, my nose, I have large pores everywhere. So I kind of liked this for that. It doesn't feel greasy. It almost feels like a thick serum. It's a medium strength floral scent to this, so if you don't like scented products, you might want to keep that in mind, but so far, I'm kind of liking this. It's something that I will continue to use. Okay, so I finally tried the Tarte Shape Tape. This is a lot of coverage. This is way too much coverage for me. I cannot see me ever finishing this, which is sad because there's a lot of product in here. I mean, maybe I'll start using it as an eyeshadow primer. I don't know how that will work, but I don't love this as a concealer. I feel like this looks so heavy. This just isn't my favorite for concealing. If I had my color for concealing pimples or blemishes, I might like it more, but this is like a very light color for it looks way brighter and right now than it does. But this is the Fair Neutral shade. I just don't like this for covering under eye circles. Honestly, for me, I don't think it works. You may need like a putty for under my eyes to fill in the under eye circles. I don't know. But this isn't my favorite for that. I'm going to keep it and try to find a way to use it because I bought it, and I think I bought it at Ulta Points, but still. For like under eye concealing, I don't really like this that much. But I've used it on my face, so I feel weird about giving it to someone. I've used this applicator, which also is like a massive applicator. I've used this on my face, so I don't want to give this to someone that's weird to me. This is from Wet n Wild. This is the Ultimate Brow Mascara in the color Nothing But Brunette. Oh, I get it. Nothing but brunette. I am wearing this today. I feel like this color is still not dark enough for me because my eyebrows are black. If I want the color of my eyebrows, I need a black eyebrow product. But I also feel like that would be terrifying. This doesn't, I would say that my brows are in place, and I guess if I feel them they feel crunchy, but it doesn't feel crunchy otherwise. And this like does not come off. It stays all day. I have to remember to take this off at night because I don't usually, that's a new thing that I'm having to remember to do, is take off eyebrow products. But I kind of like this. I've used this a few times. This is the color. It's a dark, it is a dark brown. Those are swatches from another video I made. And it has a nice small little spoolie on it. I'm not mad at this. I was really scared, but I kind of think I like this. This is an item that's in my makeup use up for the year, and I use this a few times this month, and I just love this color so much. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Eye Crayon in Resilient Green, and I feel like I said in that video, I don't know what happened with these. I don't think they're around anymore, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous emerald green. There's some shimmer in it, and the Infallible line is a really great line. I'm so sad that L'Oreal isn't cruelty free because I love the Infallible line. This just stays put. You have to work pretty quickly with it because it does set down and dry down and like lock in place fairly quickly, but I love this color so much, and it's a great base for other shimmer shades, or you can certainly put it on your eyes and blend it out and wear it on its own, and it's a really gorgeous green color. I never tire of green. This is a little pure glitter. This is the Quick, what is this called? I think this is called the Quick Pro Glitter or something. I bought this kit at Christmas time, but this is in the shade Namaste, and this is a champagne colored glitter. It's really sparkly. I wore this a couple times in January. It's very sparkly and it's very glittery. So when you remove this, I mean, I had glitter in my eyebrows. It was all down my face. It didn't fall throughout the day. It stayed put throughout the day, but when I went to take it off, it was just everywhere. However, the color is beautiful. There are 5 colors in the line, and I've got to try some of the others really soon because they're really pretty. But it's very glittery, so if you don't like glitter, just don't even bother. It doesn't feel like glitter when you take it off. There's glitter. Another thing that I used several times and quite enjoyed was the Persona Identity Palette. I got this for Christmas, and this is a really nice palette. It's a very neutral, very, I don't want to say basic, but it's a very simple palette. It's nothing groundbreaking. There are 6 mattes and 6 shimmers. The mattes are very nice, and the shimmers are very nice. I haven't used all of the colors yet, but I just feel like this is a solid palette. I wish there was more from this line. I feel like this one palette came out quite a while ago for new releases to come out. Maybe that was the intention with the line. I don't know. But I really have been enjoying this palette this month. This was probably one of the palettes I used the most this month. It being the Sleek When the Sun Goes Down little baby palette. This came in the Target Beauty Box in January as well. And is this not the most adorable thing you've ever seen? Like, my finger barely fits in this hole to get a swatch. I wanted to use this a lot this month just to see if I could pan it in a month, and I didn't use it every day, but the colors are nice. There's some mattes and there's some shimmers. This is one thing that I just used a lot this month and I will continue to use. I really just want to see if I can pan it. That's kind of fun. The other 2 I used quite a bit were from Wet n Wild. This is the Not a Basic Peach and Rosé in the Air. I definitely prefer the Rosé in the Air. There are, I don't know, I just like the colors in here a little more than this. They're both fine palettes. But I definitely used Rosé in the Air more, but Not a Basic Peach is a beautiful color. The blue in here isn't super impressive, but I think if you maybe use some Fix Plus, it might be okay. And then this gold, like golden orange glitter, is a little bit chunky. It's not It's not the smoothest glitter to apply, so this one isn't my favorite out of the two, but the Rosé in the Air is beautiful. There's more matte shades. There's 2 shimmer shades in here, and then the rest are matte. One of them, it looks like it has a tiny bit of shimmer in it, but it's barely noticeable. So this was my favorite of the 2 for sure. This palette came in the winter FabFitFun box. This is from, I don't know if it's Douce or Douce. It's D-O-U-C-C-E. I should probably know, but I didn't actually remember to look it up. And I almost gave this palette away just after swatching it because the swatches were so bad. This does not swatch well at all. This is called, oh, I guess it should be called the Freematic Eyeshadow Pro Palette, the Smoky Eye Finish. It comes with a highlighter and 8 shadows. The bottom, there are 3 mattes and then the rest are shimmers or glitters. It swatches terribly. I mean, these swatches are not great, and I've used this palette to like dig into these shadows. The black is sort of a gray color. That doesn't bother me. I never really use black eyeshadow, but if you want a black eyeshadow, don't get this one. This white is very chalky. This purple wears beautifully on the eyes, and I've worn these 2 purples together. However, this is like a $70 palette, and I would expect so much more from a $70 palette. The highlight is okay. It's not amazing. I was kind of really bummed with this palette because I was expecting a $70 eyeshadow palette to be really amazing, and I just wasn't super impressed with this. It's usable, but it's not something that I would in any way say I really enjoy using. It's a heavy-duty, sturdy palette. It has a nice mirror, but I was just pretty disappointed with this, especially for the price. If it had been a more affordable palette, I think it wouldn't have been as disappointing, but you see that a palette costs $70 and you're like, oh, this had better be good. Because imagine if I had purchased a $70 palette and I was this disappointed with it, I would be kind of mad. So this is going to be a pass for me. I did not really like this at all. One more palette. This is from the January BoxyCharm, and I've only used this a few times, but each time I used it, I loved it. I used this and the Persona palette in conjunction with each other. There's only one matte shade in here, and it's this black. This came in the January BoxyCharm. This is the Crown Glam Metals eyeshadow palette. I mean, if this palette isn't calling my name, I don't know what is. It has a guitar-shaped mirror, which is sort of tragic because the mirror is kind of useless. You can't really do much with the mirror if you're going to use the mirror in the palette. But I used this heavy metal, this blue shade the other day, and I was like, okay. I used this green shade today. I did get it wet a little bit with the fixing spray, but it did apply nicely on its own. I just wanted to see how it amped it up with the fixing spray to sort of foil it even more. I want to keep using this because I'm really excited about this. And this icy blue, ooh. Yeah. I just like that these are different colors than everything we've been getting. This is, I think this was $30 from BoxyCharm, and even using this 2 times, I much prefer this over the $70 one I got in the other box. For face things, I was using the Milani Romantic Rose blush quite a bit in January. I love these blushes so much. They're matte. I just love these blushes. They never disappoint me. I was loving that again. And then I was also kind of topping that with the Jane Multicolored Illuminating Highlighter. I've used this every day this month, and it looks like I've never even touched it. So I'm not really sure how just to pan this. This is okay. It's not amazing. I don't love it or dislike it. It's just like I'm using it. It's not very... If you don't want an intense highlight, I think that this would be perfect. Or if you want a nice blush topper, I think this is really good for that, and that's how I've been using it, so that's fine. But I can't say that I'm completely in love with it. I don't dislike it either. I was using it. One blush that I was pretty impressed with is the Stila Aquaglow, what is this called? Watercolor blush. This is in the color Rose Water, and I use this a lot this month. I don't normally wear cream or liquid blushes, but but I use this a lot this month. I used almost half of it this month. I don't know if you can see. Oh, I just shook it up. Can you see the fill line? It's like right here. That's pretty impressive. This is a liquid blush, so I've just been applying it with my e.l.f. stippling brush and blending it out. It is what I'm wearing today with the Jane over it. There's a little bit of shimmer in this. It's not anything crazy, but there's definitely a little bit of sheen to it. I was really surprised that I like this so much. Maybe because my skin has been drier. I've been liking the liquid blush a little more. And then the Pure Afterglow Illuminating Highlighter. I use this a lot this month. You can see the little dip in the middle of it. This is a really nice highlighter for, again, not a super intense, but a highlighted look. It's not crazy. I'm wearing it today. It's not anything that is like, oh, look at that highlight. But it's very pretty and it melts into the skin nicely. The last thing that I was using this month that was sort of a newer product is the Volition Oil Control Mattifying Mist. I was using this more as a fixing spray, or as a, I was using this more as a mixing medium for foiling eyeshadows than a mattifying spray, because I just honestly don't think it works very well as a mattifying spray. Again, I don't wear foundation, so if I'm wearing foundation, it's gonna do something to lock all that in place. But why can't I just use this on regular oily skin with no product on it? Am I wrong to think that I should be able to do that? I don't think so. So this is okay. I mean, I'm going to continue to use it because it's super expensive. It's like $28 for this little thing. But it's not anything that I think is amazing. It does have a nice herbal scent to it, though, I will say that. It smells a little bit like tea or something. So that is my first Makeup Monthly. Or something. I'm not sure. The name yet. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. What were some of the products that you used in January that you loved? Let me know. Leave them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.